Right. A This flow chart, we are going to do some changes and write it. You can see here condition, right? M less than O, M greater than 100. M less than O, that means what? M, it can be less than 0. It can be greater than 0. Like that. But we need what? Between 0 and 100. While m greater than or equals 0 and m less than or equals 100. Then do what? Now you're going to check it. This is what we are going to check. M greater than, if m greater than 75, then you are very clever. That means you are going to print you are very clever. Else, okay. Else again you are going to check. Else is m greater than 40. Then this is the one. Print what? Pay more attention. Pay attention. This statement you are going to give. Else, then what? Work much hard. Print work much hard. Then end if. This is the if condition. Again, you are going to do what? Again, you are going to write here. To go to the next round, you need to have marks. So, input mark and end while. Now, okay. Yes. After you come out, what happened? Yes, when you terminate the loop and when you go down, what happened? You have to give this message. What? Marks and marks not valid. Right? Marks not valid. Then here you will say print mark not valid. Pute, all of you clear? Is that clear?
Yes. Yes.
Right. So if you can clearly understand this type of things, then you can easily give your answer for these questions. Right. And my next question, right. My next question is, please go through these 5 answers. Actually, here you can see what? Here you can see 5 pseudocode segments, right? First one, second one, like that. You have 5 pseudocode segments. Let's you take the first. Actually, here question. What the question is? Which of the following Python statements, right? Which of the following Python? You don't worry about Python because day after, yes, not next week. In a week after next week, we are going to do Python. But here you can understand and you will be familiar with that, right? Following Python statement is syntactically correct. Which one? Display an answer after adding numbers from 1 to 10. That means anyway they need to add 1 to 10. So you have to go through one by one. Then you check the first one and think about the alignment as well, right? Here you can see after having while loop, you align your answer, right? Align the next step. This is the requirement at 1 to 10. You go through one by one. And here what is the error that you can see? You can write it. And get the second one. What happened here? Sometimes no any error, but output is not the thing that we expect because this is the expected outcome. Here, sometimes you may say, first one it's incorrect, alignment is not correct, right? Anyway, second one you may say, that is okay, but the problem is it's not going to print the total of them. It's going to print one by one always like that. Go through all these 5 questions and then Give me the reply. Right? Sometimes you may find one answer. It will do the required thing. All of you. Is that clear now? Is that clear now? There are some other new students. Today, first, actually today I need to discuss more questions based on programming concepts. And I'm not going to discuss. This is MCQ question. I'm going to check the select the correct answer. No. Uh, we have to do an analysis part. What type of questions are there? Here there are five answers one by one. What about those answers? First, is that incorrect? If it is incorrect, what is the problem? If it is correct, okay, that means it's going to give the correct output. Sometimes this program is okay, but it will not give what we expect. Like that, give me your answer. Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You no need to worry about the time because I'm going to give you enough time. But what I need is all of you go through these questions one by one. Then tell me what happened there. Hurry up, Puta. And you can ask anything. I'm in the session, right? Okay. What happened here? What is the first question? Right. Normally, we know, right? Especially Python, I will explain with the lesson. But now I need to say, here I equals 0, alright, okay. I equals 0 and t equals 0, right? T is there, that is also 0. While I less than or equal 9, that means 1. Yes, now I is what? 0. It's less than 9. You are going to add I to total. I to total. But here what happened? I equal I plus 1. That means you're going to change I as 1 and then you're going to add 1 to total. Alright, okay. Total is 1 now. This is total, this is I. And then now I is 1, then I becomes 2. You're going to add this I to total, that is 3. Okay, that is 3. Then again, 2 here. It's okay. What is the requirement? That is here. Yes, that is there. But this these two statements must be there. Yes, with this alignment. So it's incorrect. And the next point here, I is 0, t is 0, I less than or equal 9. Right, 0 less than or equal 9, yes. I becomes 1, t becomes t plus 1. That's correct. T plus 1, that is 1. Then I becomes 2, 2, t becomes 3. Like that, gradually, what happened? 9 also you're going to add. Yes, 9. When I is 9, 10 will be added to total. Okay. But there is a problem. This printing part, print T, this should be here. Because what? These two statements are there and within this loop, but this should be at the end of the loop, not within the loop. And here another problem again. Right. And this one, I less than or equal 9, that is also correct. I becomes I plus 1, t becomes t plus 1. When you complete your loop, it will print the value. That is correct. Yes, here what happened? I equals 0, t equals 0, I less than or equal 9. That is also correct according to the pseudocode. But when we think about Python code, there should be colon, semicolon must be there when it is required, right? Okay, anyway, answer is this, but don't worry about language, Python language, we will discuss that. Right. And then let's go to the next question. Now we have discussed two questions. Let's go to the 13th one. Yes. Okay. Now again, I need the pseudocode. I need the pseudocode. All of you. Now earlier, some of you didn't, yes, send me answers. But now I think you have sorted, yes, sort out all these issues. So now you can give me your answers. Hurry up. Pute, pseudocode. Yes. Don't worry about the question. Get there. Now it's very easy. Now it's very easy. Very good. Some answers are there. Yeah. What happened? X equal 10, I equal 0. Now here you can see it's what? While loop. Now it's very easy because it's what? While loop, right? While I less than or equal X, do, what is the first step? I equal I plus 1. A equal I mod 2. That means you're going to divide I by 2, then you will get the remainder, and that is A. Then you have if part. What? Yes. If A equals 0, then what is the next part? Yes. If it is yes, print I. Put a look at this. Print I. Otherwise, nothing to do. So you write like that's why here no segment come here. And then end while. All of you, is that clear? Right. Very good. Now it's time to write our own program. Right? Now all of you are okay. So it's time to do our own question. Wait, I will give you the question. And thank you very much. Yes, you have done a good job. You have sent me answers, and yes, most of the answers are correct. Let's go for the question. What is my question? Wait. Pute. Start. Okay, this is your question. All of you look at this carefully and think and give your pseudocode and flowchart, right? There are 50 students in a class, right? Each student, so you have to think about two while loop. Each student enter name and average mark. You are not going to find average, right? You are going to enter average mark, each student. And if average greater than or equal 70, their class is A, right? Next class is A. If it is greater than or equal 50, their class is B. Actually, they are going to say name their class, next class, right? With last term test mark. And average less than 50, then their class is, right? Class is C. So finally, display name, average, and class. Repeat this job for 50 students. Repeat this job for 50 students. Now, there is another job. What? Right. Each student enter name and average. Before that, shall we do this question? I need pseudocode and flowchart. Then I will change this question into what? Two while loop. So before that, I need what? While loop, while pseudocode, flowchart, and with for loop, right? For loop, pseudocode only. Hurry up, Pute. All of you okay? Yes, good. I'm going to give you, yes, for this 10 minutes, okay, right? Sometimes more than that. But anyway, try to do. Right, Pute. Right. Here, what happened? Okay, good. Actually, there is a progress, right? You have done it well. But some missing points are there. So, I'm going to explain. Yes. Okay. Right. Uh, Here, final requirement, all of you can understand. What happened here? Start, right, enter name and enter average. And then you ask what? You need to have another thing, what? X equal 1. So, is x less than or equal 50? If it is yes, yes. If it is yes, here before that we are not going to enter name and any other thing, because after we start the program, yes, start the loop, we are going to enter name and average. And then you will ask what? Is average greater than or equal 75? Here you ask whether it is greater than or equal 75. Then if it is yes, class is what? Class equal A, like that you can do. If it is no, again you may ask the question greater than or equal 60. If it is yes, okay, then class is B. If it is no, class is C. Now, yes, wait. Okay, right. Now, you are going to add x, yes, 1 to x equal x plus 1. Then go not to this place. Right. All of you, is that clear? Yes, good. Now I have next, yes, we have our next point, arrays. Yes, can you remember my introduction which I did last week? And tell me those who need the brief introduction. Yes, okay. Let's go to discuss array, right? I think all of you know this, right? Array means what? This is, I just explained, but today I'm going to explain it from the beginning. Here, what happened when you think about five numbers, if you're going to enter five numbers, what happens? You say x equal 1, right? is x greater than or less than or equal 5? If it is yes, if it is yes, what happens? Enter num. Put here what happened? 5 times, right? X equal x plus 1, then go up. This is okay, right? If we have to enter 5 no, marks separately, then the problem is we have to keep 5 variables. We have to keep 5 variables. So then what happened? Yes, it's difficult. So when we use while loop, it's very easy. We have a variable called x. Each time user will enter num, but the problem is first time he will enter 70 and second round he will enter 40. That means all the values will be replaced with the new value. All the values will be replaced with the new value. Right. For this issue, we are going to have another thing. What? We are going to have a variable called num, but it's not a single variable, right? It has multiple values. Each value we have index 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 because it starts with 0. Now, what happened? This value, what is this? Num, same name, but index is different. What is this? Num, index is different. Then how to handle this? How to write this? Here you are not going to say what no num. You are going to say what? Num x. And your starting value of x is what? Not 1, that is 0. And here you are going to check whether it is less than or equal not 5, it's 4. Now, is that clear? Now what happened? When user enters 40 as the first value, 40 will be stored in this variable. And when user enters 60 as the second one, it will be there like this. Okay. 40, 60, 70, 30. 5 values? 5 values will be there in a single variable, but it has multiple values. All of you clear? Yes. And how to write the pseudocode? Normal mode. Normal mode, the only thing is when you write enter, you write what? Variable name and your index representation. Because you have used x to represent your index value. So you have started your x as with 0 and ending value is what? Number of elements minus 1. Always here number of elements 5. Your last value is what? That is 4. Right. All of you clear? Clear? Right. Now I have a question again. Yes, my question is what? Enter name and 10 marks. Right. Fine. Total. Same question, but you're going to use array. Total and average and display name and average. Then actually the required component, required part is what? Yes, I need to have this with an array. Hurry up with it, all of you. Can you send me your answer? Yes. This is the question. Question number 5. Okay. My question, right? Enter name and 10 marks. Before we go to the 10 marks, right? And we need to get total. So we have to identify x equals 0, total equal 0. Then is x less than or equal 10, right? If it is yes, enter what? Enter variable name is mark, but it's an array. Another thing. Here we have started with 0, so ending value is 9. And then total equal, total plus mark, right, x. And x equal x plus 1. Then go up. If it is no, you're going to find average. Average equals total divided by 10. Then you can display whatever you need to display. Okay, right. That is also okay. Then go for the next one. Then go for the next one. What is my question? Right. My next question is this. This one I need all of your answers, right? User enter 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 numbers, right? Actually, we don't know how many numbers are there. Number enter 10 numbers. And you here you need to work with array, right? Enter 10 numbers. Right. Find maximum. Right. Find one maximum. Right. Find maximum and find total as well. Display max and not max. Display 10 numbers. Again, maximum. Right. All of you, can you do this? Yes, good. Hurry up. Here you have to use array and while loop, array and while loop, or array and for loop, right? Anyone you can use. Yes, hurry up. Okay, give me 1 minute. Right. Pute, before I move to the answer, can you send me your answers? Yes, it's okay. You can have 5 minutes. Okay, now look at this. I'm going to discuss the answer and right. We have to enter 10 marks. right? uh, 10 numbers, you have to store them. Right. This is the answer. Pute, here you have to think about total, right? And you have to think about maximum. And you have to think about counter. Counter means what? To count. That earlier we used x. And then uh, same thing you have to repeat. What? You have to display. Right. Start, right? X equal 0. And your number. For this you have an array, right? X equal 1, sum equal 0, right? And max equal 0. Normally, maximum value that the user can enter can be what? Minimum 1 and maximum 100. So we assign max as 0. Right. Now, is x less than or x, sorry, not x actually. We have to get it as count ox, right? Less than or equal 10. Right. Now, first job is what? Enter. Right. Enter num x. And also, here it should be what? It should be 9. Right. And after we enter this x, now this part clearly look at this. We check what? Is num x greater than max. We have a max value already, right? If it is the first number, max is 0. If max, if number is greater than max, right, then we say what? Max equal num x, right? And if it is no, if it is yes, do this. If it is no, nothing to do. If it is no, nothing to do. Right. Okay. Then then you're going to find one. Yes, you have think about, yes, you have thought about max, and then total equal anything, any value is there with num, you're going to add it to total. Total equal total plus num x, x equal x plus 1, you go up. See? 20. Right? Now max is what? 20. Second round, num is 30. You check. 30 greater than 20. Yes. So this becomes 30. Right. Total, what is now total? That is 50. Now again, the user will enter what? User will enter 50. Now this becomes 50. This becomes 100. Anyway, you have all the numbers that you enter. You have all the numbers that you entered. Right. How to pseudocode? I think no need to write. Okay. I will write the pseudocode as well. Right. Now it's enough actually. Then we can go for file handling. But before file handling, I hope to do Python next week, right? Python next week, right? X equal 0. Actually, here I have used some, but all the other places I have used total, right? So that is incorrect. Sum equal 0, max equal 0. Then while, here, yes, right. While x less than or equal 10, do enter num x, then if max r. Displaying part we have not done. Wait. I will do it. Displaying part. Right. Now, no means what? Now you're going to display. Right. Again, you have to say what? X equal 0. Because you have your array. Right. You have your array and now you have stored values. So now you're going to display. But before you display, you have to start up a while loop. If x less than or equal 9, right? Display num x, then if it is no, yes, x equal x plus 1 and go up. If it is no, then again you're going to display max. Display max. Finish. I think all of you, it's clear now. Right. Let's write the pseudocode if, yes. Um, if num x greater than max, right? Then max equal num x and if. And then what happened? Yes, you're going to add sum. Sum equal sum plus num x. Then x equal x plus 1 n while. See? Finish. And then next part again. X equal 0. Right. X equal 0. Then you start while x less than or equal 9 to print num x, then x equal x plus 1, and while after that you are going to display sum. Could they all of you, is that clear? Right. Actually, what I have planned to do, that is over now. You can write, you can complete your answer, and if you have any other question, now you can ask. Yes, Sasmi. I think Sasmi, you missed some lessons, but today you covered all the things. Yes. Now, okay, right. If you have any doubt, now you can ask it. I thought that I need more time because we're going to I wanted to discuss at least 4 questions, but I could explain more than that, and we covered array part also. And remember, our next 2 things is what, uh, Python and file handling. And next week we are going to do Python, right? All of you, it's better to join without depending on the recording. So join next week. we will discuss Python. We will write Python, and I will show you a website that you can do them online. Practically, you can write the codes. Right. Do you have any other questions? No. Right. Okay. right පුතේ. මං හිතනවා දැන් මේ ටික ක්ලියර් කියලා අපි මෙතනින් නතර කරමු. next week අපි Python වලින් වැඩ codes ටික ලියමු. Okay, thank you. All of you, please practice all the things that we did, because now also I can start Python, but it's better you do all the questions again and then we'll start Python. Okay, thank you.
Bye.